Now a man born here in California, Joe Mixon, will call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Burrow will throw. Able to find Higgins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here we go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow. Quick slant. He's got Joe Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They go play action with Burrow. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On one, ready? 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again, it's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Shreds it with a stiff arm. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Raiders at 500 at 6-6. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition, and none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Three and a half to go, first quarter. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team. Here we go. Fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their third in a row. And the question is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shots on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
23 yards on the play.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football and getting your toes tapped.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Right now. You got 58. Right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Hey, take 26. Back one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick 6 for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monster, as we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Here we go.
2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Mixing up the middle, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This is fielded at the 27. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. He returns that punt 73 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Max Crosby, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
I'm fine, ready?
Now it's Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete. I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet? Oh, I've got the exact play to dial up.
Now, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He'll look downfield for Waller. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football. Now Burrow loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
11 MP.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here we go, here we go. 1190, 1190.
Running left, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 95 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, we've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Open man is Higgins, and they're going to get this up to midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down, Bengals.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
11
Mixon will go off tackle left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, With his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 129 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Burrow on play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Mixon will try the right side. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
11, Thomas. 11, MT. 11.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll look downfield for Waller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
1-1, ready?
Inside handoff to Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Buying time to his left. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. Touchdown! Darren Waller, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They go play action with Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. 58 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Hey, take 26. Look at your head up. Right now, you got 58. Right.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers forced out to his left. And it's complete to Adams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Raiders answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
11.
Now it's Mixon running right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop as they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Over here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300. 26. Right left. Challenge. Don't let challenge.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Gets this to Waller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All right. Hey, leg. Cut. Hey, Mike.
To throw is Rodgers. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Rodgers to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point, trying to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time about where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here we go, here we go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing, Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Gun.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.